Hey guys, expect maybe a few more videos in this upcoming week. So we will start off with this one. Mercedes Monet is now all elite, and I remember I was seeing in this exact position, and maybe about a few days a week and a few days to a week after she debuted in New Japan, I talked about it. I talked about it greatly about how I thought at the time last year she would come to AEW, and she didn't. She stayed with New Japan and did her world tour. That's what she called it. And the New Japan for about a few months, actually. She won the IWGP Women's title. She defended in a really highly recommended triple threat in April last year. And then she lost it that same month. And then an injury sideline against Willow Nightingale in May. And no one thought what was really gonna happen to next her. No one really seemed to know what was supposed to happen. So we're here to talk about how we got here. So I'm Super A, and this is my thoughts on the Mercedes Monet, a WWE and her coming in, and how we got here. So no one seemed to know what was really gonna happen to Mercedes Monet. Where's she going to go? So I think the fall 2023, this momentum seemed to head towards WWE for Mercedes, aka formerly known as Sasha Banks. Because there were a lot of because it all in 2023. She was shown in the crowd. She was in attendance at that show. We thought at that time she might come in. But then a few months by and no report, no check on nothing. That it was like shot in the door, like you wouldn't believe. But then it seemed like all this rumors thought of maybe Sasha Banks is coming back to WWE. I heard Sean Rossett talking about how she may come in. And this was after CM Punk made his return to WWE because this was in a way in the sense of if he can come back after all what has happened to him, the same may apply to Mercedes, aka Sasha. So it seemed like because of that, there's maybe a chance. And we heard that later. And then I think at the end of December last year, things changed. Apparently, Sasha and WWE were in negotiations. And it fell through that apparently was about that everyone seems to claim was a money issue since Mercedes seems like she wanted a bigger salary for her new contract. And apparently she wanted 8 figures, 7 million figures, and WWE wouldn't budge on that. And I, this sounds like a broken record, it's because I kind of already talked about that last year when I made my thoughts on Mercedes came to New Japan because even last year WWE even heard reports WWE even budged on like Mercedes, and now this here is like, huh? Like after she walked out last year, they were. I even saw reports, so then I read about it. Now here, it's like, and the funny thing is, they probably gave Charlotte Flair the exact contract that Mercedes wanted initially because I wasn't Charlotte got resigned the same time that Mercedes was trying to negotiate with WWE. Wasn't that time? Just a theory on that part. But apparently they wouldn't budge, so apparently Mercedes went to AEW and apparently they budged on it, and AEW, Tony Khan specifically, came in, was willing to spend on it, and she got the contract that she wanted. And now we are here with her debuting at Big Business in her own hometown in Boston. And like I think like here's the thing with that, like going back to the negotiation part with WWE, it's like Miss Mercedes wasn't a dummy. Like she knew what she had to do. Like she knew that she was going to play those two companies, for both WWE and AEW, to see who was going to be willing to spend the most money on her. And I think and I think also with her trading, trademark her own characteristic, Ultimate Mercedes Monet name and stuff. Maybe she wanted to keep her Mercedes Monet name WWE, and WWE won't allow that. So maybe that is why the negotiations fell off, and now she came here. And I think it was first announced that they were gonna be in Boston March 13th. We knew exactly what the end game was. So the rumors were starting to spread up, and even then, like I still saw an interview with Mercedes. The like a few days before this, he was like he was talking about her run WWE, and it's like, man, maybe I'll come back. Like she was always thinking in her head like she's gonna do that when this run happens. It's like talk about worst timing for Tony Khan to be do all of this build for Mercedes, and Mercedes says that. Poor TK. But anyways, so the speculation was running around, and then came March 13th in Boston, Massachusetts at AEW's Big Business. And there you go. At the very start of the show, we saw a car pull up. We never saw her, but she was walking in. I don't think we even saw. There was a car running in, pull up, and then like, and then the music starts, and it's almost a weird remix version of like I saw it in the comments on Twitter of the remix version of Gunther's theme in WWE, and it it pretty much sounded like a symphony intro, and then the CEO part says in a time wrong. Out she comes Mercedes Monet thing where her music pretty much being CEO, CEO, CEO. Like I don't know, like I thought her New Japan thing was better, and like only pretty much the CEOs, the saving grace in this, since people seem to like to chant that. But yeah, like Mercedes Monet came in, came, she she told Boston she's home, and I think what is great about her is that after all this time, after like all this in and out and after stuff wrestling, she after 2 years now being on weekly television, it's like she still has that that F factor that you can even see it like it almost never went away even after being in and out of wrestling for almost the last 2 years now. For her leaving WWE and the circumstances behind it, and her run in New Japan and getting injured in her first 4 months there, and now this, like, she still has that confidence into her, that swag into her, like, and the crowd felt it, she still feels like a star, and the crowd pretty much treated her, and that it was pretty truly what felt like a memorable debut from her, like, and I gotta give props to AEW, like they pretty much did right by her that show, like she came in, treated like a big deal from the start of the opener, and then they pretty much centered around the show from her, from like building like backstage with other women backstage, and then the main event on that show, and like she came in helping Willow Nightingale attack Sky Blue Julia Hart at the main event women's match, and she came in and clean house on the heels, and then teased a potential feud with Willow Nightingale, and seems like it has to be her first feud AEW, right? Her last match was with Willow. It's only she's felt that her first feud, they have a proper feud. She has a proper feud, with Willow Nightingale. And apparently, reports came in like she's now like the highest paid female in women's wrestling. Like it's unprecedented how she's they were willing Ada was willing to spend on Mercedes. I don't know the salary fully clearly self, but she's been paying, and she deserves every penny of it because like I said, she came out of a star, and she still has that already F factor about her, and AEW must treat her right to her core. Like the women's division, like I feel has improved somewhat, but I don't think they aren't still what they need to be when it comes to the women. And hopefully with Mercedes coming in, they will put some proper, meaningful focus on that division. I mean, her coming in is great. The booking has to back it up. For not only her, but for the girls in that division. Because if Mercedes coming in months time, nothing has progressively changed with that division, then was it really a success? Only time will tell. But I will say, with how they debuted Mercedes, they did absolutely right by her, and we will have to wait and see how they treat her going forward. But they treat her AEW tweeted the best way about Mercedes Mone, and I hope she succeeds this one with AEW since yeah, it's pretty fuck. Like I've been waiting for this woman to come out again on weekly television. We now finally get that again. So that's my thoughts and opinion on Mercedes to all the elite. Tell me so. Subscribe this video if you haven't. Like on it. Tell me what you think about what your host for Mercedes Monday's future AW. Put that in the comment section below. I'm Jason Maenius, and I approve this message.